There it is. Hi, good morning, and welcome to Draw With Me. I am Danny Gregory, and I'm joined, as always, by JJ.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I saw someone from the Philippines who is a regular, and I applaud you for making Draw With Me part of your life on this schedule.
From the Philippines, yeah. I wonder what time it is there.
It's not the same time as it is here. Profound thoughts.
That's good. You went to college, right? Yeah.
But how great were those memory portraits?
I know. I'd like to say hello to a couple people like Rita in the Black Forest and Maggie here in Arizona. Welcome.
Neighbor. Howdy, neighbor.
And Babel from Halifax. But most of all to Virginia, who is a regular and who is now an octogenarian.
Pretty cool.
Fantastic. Congratulations. And I bet you've made a lot of art.
Some would argue all that art has extended your life. Well, it's at least made it a happier life.
It's true. If you hadn't made art, who knows what would have happened. So, yes. Well, those were absolutely fantastic. I mean, it was so nice to see all the different ways that people interpreted it. There was just a sweetness to those drawings that I don't know, I was pretty moved by that.
I think the variety, as always, is intriguing. It was interesting because they took some time to roll in, right? So it was oftentimes right after the broadcast, we boom, boom, boom. This time, I think people really put thought into these, and that's amazing. So it was fun to see them trickle in through the week, and we'll be talking about our new course, Your Illustrated Life, for the next month. So just get ready for more exciting prompts and encouragement from us.
Yeah, it's true.
To get on board with this.
I think over the next couple of months we will probably do some memory stuff, just because I don't know. I think what's interesting about it is not only can you make really cool art this way, but also you can travel through time. It is a reason to go back and to think about aspects of your life and to just try and recreate them, to kind of take yourself in like a time machine, sketchbook time machine. Maybe that's what we should have called the course.
I like that. It's not too late.
Yes, it is. But yeah, so I think that it's a really interesting exercise, and I can tell you, I mean, JJ, you've seen me.
You're bursting with ideas.
Hunker down.
Bursting with ideas.
I mean, this room is like complete chaos. There's piles of stuff everywhere because
broken dishes. I mentioned the broken dishes. I apologize.
Yes, they're broken dishes. But hey, Julian Schnabel started by breaking dishes. Don't forget. But no, it's just, to me, it has been definitely the most profound and interesting course that I've made, just because of this opportunity to explore my own life and to break it down, to think like, what are the things that really matter? What are the things that I want to explore again? To go through all that. So it's been really great, but I don't want to spend too much time on it right now, but
should we talk about today's idea?
Yeah, I just want to remind people that if you do want to, for some reason, become an early bird, of Your Illustrated Life,
clock is ticking.
Yeah, you have a little bit of time left to go to school.tiny.us/memoir, where you can sign up for it. We're giving a discount for those people who are early birders and who are willing, frankly, to trust me, because that's really what it comes down to. Because honestly, while this course exists up here and it's also in like piles and piles of paper all over my studio, it is yet being made. So that's why I wanted to say to people, if you want to just trust me that it'll be good, and not see too much about it, but just jump in, you can do that now and save a bit of money. You can we're also doing a pretty cool thing, which is these studio times, where we're going to get together in groups of people who are taking the class. If you want to join, that's optional, of course, and you can work on your project together. So we can all sit together and talk about it. So it's kind of like what we're doing here with Draw With Me, except in Zoom. So you can actually, ask me a question.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about, because today was your decision.
So yeah,
I one so often on.
Well, I got this book out of the library, and it has one of those like 365 sort of things, and I was like, oh, on every page of the year, it gives you it's, we are often looking for what is it, the like international day of or national day of, and this one was submarine day. Submarine day. And I thought a submarine would be pretty fun to draw, and I thought it would be kind of easy, which, we need to do easy things from time to time because not everyone is up for like the big stretch on this show. So anyway, long story short, Danny deemed submarine too easy, too basic, too easy. I still have a complaint about that, but we mutually agreed with the submarine be out its little porthole seeing creatures of the deep. What could be more fun than that? These are outrageously weird, wacky, wild, and supremely fun to draw, I think.
I think they are amazing. I mean, I remember we went to James Cameron, who directed Alien and various other things. He made a movie that was IMAX where he built this special bath escape and they went deep, deep into the ocean and shot this stuff IMAX. And honestly, it looked like aliens. Right? A lot of these creatures look like aliens. They're like, you can't, partly because they're floating through the air, but also they're just so bizarre and strange. So we're going to we'll see if we can capture some of their strangeness. Some of them honestly are terrifying. I went through a lot of pictures.
I mean, it's good they're far away and that we can never reach them, right?
Yeah, there were some where I just thought, this is going to freak people out. Like people are going to be terrified of this. So
we like to be freaked out.
I've tried to kind of tone it down, dilute it, as it were.
Make them cuter versions of it.
We'll see.
I don't know. Well, you can draw them cute. That's truly.
You can, yes. Yeah. Dan says anglerfish. Yes, anglerfish. Yeah, anglerfish is certainly in there. I do have an anglerfish. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, some people like to know how many portion on their page,
correct,
right?
Right. So I think I have 7 pieces of reference, including, by popular demand, a submarine, but it's actually a bath escape, or it's not even a bath escape. It's like a deep sea thing, which also is a slightly triggering kind of piece of scrap to look for because of the terrible thing that happened recently with
Ocean's Gate,
where they went down to Titanic. Ironically, the guy who's the CEO of that company and who died on the board thing I went to college with. But yeah, so that was a bit weird too. So it's overall, this might be a deeply troubling. I should have called it deeply troubling creatures instead of just deep sea creatures. It might not.
It's going to be fun. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it.
I'm just a neurotic. Yeah. Don't listen to me. All right, so here we go. Let's start somewhere. Okay, here. So this is this is apparently the kind of thing that they go down to the bottom of the sea. It's a yellow submarine. It is a yellow submarine, as per requested. And so I'm just going to draw a yellow submarine like up in the corner of my page. Because I'm feeling like drawing small today.
I was like, just give everyone an opportunity to draw a submarine. Because in my mind, how can you see all the deep sea critters unless you're in the submarine?
All right, we spent all day yesterday arguing about this, so I'm not going to reprise it. We have a submarine.
It turned into
it's like a French submarine.
Quite a joke where like every topic came back to like, no, submarine.
Yeah, in fact, we had submarine sandwiches for dinner. So yeah, so I'm gonna, as I said, I feel like drawing smallish. So that's sort of what I'm doing.
Yeah, Rachel mentions, could these be more problematic than the puppets? Which is more terrifying? We can have a poll. We should have had a poll. We'll do it next week.
I was thinking about deep sea puppets. Maybe that's next. Is deep sea creatures that are puppets. Sounds like I feel like I've seen a puppet of an anglerfish, that deep sea thing. Where did I see it? Was it in Beetlejuice? I want to see Beetlejuice for some reason. Remember that movie Beetlejuice?
Well, they're doing a remake of it.
Is it a remake or is it a sequel?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
But I'm in favor of any and all Beetlejuice content.
Yeah, we went to see the Broadway show, and God, it was great.
I know. So, it's funny because somebody had extra tickets. I don't think it's a thing we necessarily would have sought out on our own, but anytime you have an opportunity to go see anything on Broadway, if someone gives you a ticket, it's going to be a great time. So anyway, we went to Beetlejuice. We were immensely entertained. It was so fantastic. The costumes, I think it's no longer, it might be touring. So if it comes to you, go see Beetlejuice. It was such a brilliant, the imagination that went into it was fantastic.
All right,
it's
let's
not
stop
like
talking about Beetlejuice, though.
What? You started it.
You're making me upset.
I'm going to go back to submarines if you're not careful.
Well, actually, I was going to ask you because you recently read a book about deep sea creatures.
So there's an author that we've talked about on this show before because she's written many books that we are like immensely in love with. Her name is Susan Casey. She writes about things in the ocean. She's written about sharks and dolphins and waves, and her latest book is about the deep sea. And oh my gosh, now I'm not remembering the name.
Well, the name of the book? It's called Creatures of the Deep.
No, it's called The Underworld. It's truly remarkable.
Can you remember any particular thing?
To coin a phrase, she goes very deep on a topic. So it's nonfiction writing that reads like fiction. She really knows how to weave a story. She does immaculate research. Including she goes to the deep. So, she's hugely qualified to tell the story because her love of the ocean is, I think, unparalleled. And she's just a terrific writer. So seek it out. It's a fantastic read. I think you gave it to me for
Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas, maybe even my birthday last year.
All right, so that is basically your yellow submarine right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into coloring. I'm kind of more into...
Well, see how much time you have. We've done a lot of yakking today, so...
Well, I'm very into, as I said, drawing small, drawing fine. I'm using an O2 pen today, so that might be part of it. But I've been drawing so much this week. It's been crazy. As I've been working this class, so I'm really into this kind of more small scale drawing. All right, so that is our bathysphere. I think we're going to move on if you guys are ready.
Yeah, I want to just state for the record, I don't want to go in one. I'm not interested in going down there.
No, it makes me claustrophobic.
I'm super happy Susan Casey did it for me, and I could read about it in detail. Because I don't need to experience it now.
Okay, so here's our first friend. This is hard to believe, this actual thing, but this is the it's called the kobudai, Kobudai.
Kobudei. AI. Is it kobudai fish?
Correct.
Whew, that's a. It's weirdly hippo-like. Look at those teeth. Is that
kobudai fish?
That eyeball.
And what about the nose?
That looks really human. That eyeball.
Is it a nose? I think it looks like a nose, right?
It looks like goiter.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah, I think so. That red thing on the top of its head.
Yeah, a face only a mother can love.
That's true.
Funnily enough, it resembles the sub. Everyone's saying same kind of shape.
All right, let me say what's on everybody's mind. Would you eat it?
No, I would not.
Come on, you would eat most things. You wouldn't eat this? Where's your sense of adventure?
I don't have much sense of adventure. We barely leave the house.
That is it's cute in a way.
It's not. I could see how Jim Henson could make it cute. Speaking of puppets.
Look at that lantern jaw. It's just so absurd.
Someone mentioned Jay Leno.
Yes, that certainly comes to mind. Jay Leno.
But look at the eye. That really looks human, doesn't it?
Well, it's light blue with an iris, and it has a pupil like that.
Do we have any understanding of the size of this fish? Is it a beefy?
No, why don't you look it up?
Okay, I will apply the Google. Kobudai.
It is.
Fish facts. Kobudai fish facts. Whoa.
Kobudai Fish facts. Has this weird lower lip thing.
Okay, it's one of the largest species of wrasse, native to the western Pacific Ocean and inhabits rocky reef areas around the Korean Peninsula, China, Japan. It can reach 100 centimeters in total length and is the greatest weight recorded for the species is 14.7 kilograms.
That's pretty big.
And it can live for about 20 years.
Probably because nobody wants to eat it.
It said this species is valued for its sweet shellfish-like taste. Oh, it's a hermaphrodite.
You can tell.
They're born female, and as they grow older, eventually will change sex.
Really? I wonder what this one is at this stage of its life.
Hard to say. Nature is lit, as we like to say. Nature is lit. Yeah, I'm starting to think it's cuter. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, ah.
As I'm drawing it, I think it's cute. I mean, it's not normally cute, but it's untraditionally cute.
Yeah, it's
you can imagine it being cute in Japan.
It has character.
But you can imagine the Japanese thinking it's cute and having like kobudai stickers and lunch boxes. Oh, look, it has a little whisker. That's what this thing is. It's one whisker.
Where?
Right by the edge of its mouth.
I don't see it.
See, go to the edge of its mouth, and then there's a black line there, which is casting a little bit of a shadow.
I think that's a flipper.
No, what? No, it's not. No, I think you need to clean your monitor. Okay, so that's the kobudai fish.
Okay, you did a nice job. I mean, I would know it. I would recognize it at a glance.
Yeah. The kobudai. All right, let's see what we got next.
Who's up next?
All right, this is going to be jarring.
Creature of deep.
This is going to be jarring.
I'm ready. Take a breath.
No, this is actually nothing compared to what's coming up. So this guy is the lumpfish.
Okay.
I think I'll draw him up here.
It's a grumpy lumpfish.
Ooh, the grump-a-lump.
Lumpfish facts. Let me see what I can get.
That sounds like I've eaten it. Doesn't that sound like something you've eaten?
So it says, this chubby-looking fish has a round, stout body and large eyes.
True.
Not the fastest swimmer, it propels through the water with its fan-like pectoral fins and broomed-shaped caudal fin. It has no scales. Its skin is leathery and bumpy.
No scales.
One aquarist describes lumpfish skin as feeling like old mold-crusted Jell-O.
Interesting. Appetizing, too. So, but is it edible? Because I think lumpfish is something I've eaten. Or I've seen on a menu, at least. Oops.
Oh, here's an interesting. So it said, lumpfish is a cold-watered fish found mostly in the North Pacific Ocean. The roe is dyed red or black and used as an alternative to caviar.
That's where I've heard of it.
Yes. So maybe not so much the fish, but the caviar. This type of fish is known as the slow-growing and large fish that results in, it matures more quickly, so it gets caviar sooner.
It grows more slowly, so it gets
No. Wikipedia led me down a path. So yeah, lumpfish, cold moldy Jell-O equals caviar. I'm not a fan of the caviar. Gotta say it.
Maybe you haven't had lumpfish though.
I don't think I wish to.
Look at the kind of acne that it has on its.
I feel like lumpfish. Just looking at the pictures I'm seeing, it's like the kind of caviar that you use as on your fishing line.
How would you put caviar on your fishing line? It would just fall off, wouldn't it?
No, they're pretty big pearls.
Well,
I think you did a great job because you've captured the cuteness.
Thank you.
I mean, you made yours slightly less grumpy.
Yeah, mine's a little more paranoid looking. But yeah, okay, that's yield lumpfish. Next.
Is this the hold your breath?
Well, this is actually I'm going to show two pictures because these are intense and they should be experienced intensively. I mean, this is to me Tim Burton land.
Oh boy.
Right?
Oh boy.
So I'm going to draw a big one of those. Big. I'm even going to go up a pen.
Is it a coincidence that everything is going in the same direction? They're all swimming away from the
They're all swimming away from this guy.
bath escape.
So this guy is the top one is an anglerfish, and the bottom one. I'm sorry. The top one is a viperfish, and the bottom one is an anglerfish.
I mean, look at those teeth.
Well, the question about them is, how does it close its mouth? You'd think it would put its eye out if it closed its mouth.
I don't know. I think it's got a way that it tucks it up. Yeah, that's
some serious fish.
yeah. Many are mentioning how metallic and iridescent it is.
Yeah, it is. Well, I don't know if that might be a deep sea thing, too. Although this one seems to have been caught, so maybe. And somebody's holding it in their hand. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not very big.
Oh.
It's not big.
So it's an anglerfish?
The top one is a viperfish. Okay, yes, the top one's a viperfish.
Viperfish facts. It traps small fish and shrimp in its big mouth. Its long, sharp teeth form a cage to keep food from swimming back out.
Oh, so it's not biting with them. It's really more just trapping them and then kind of eating them when it wants to.
So the viperfishes are deep sea dwellers and have luminescent organs along the sides.
Oh, that's what those things are.
The lights sometimes function in the attraction of other fishes on which they feed.
Well, I think this one is probably not as impressive as it would be in the water.
Yeah.
But if you look at the bottom one, that's kind of what we're looking at. So that bottom one is, again, of an anglerfish. And I think the anglerfish is the one that has like the thing off its head. Although I wasn't sure if that was a cartoon thing. Do you know what I mean? It looks like a little dangling light.
Oh, yeah, I do know what you mean.
It's on like a little wire coming off its forehead as if it was wearing like a miner's lamp.
Okay, let me tell you some fun facts about the anglerfish. Yeah, okay, so at the tip of this modified fin ray is a small organ called an esca that contains millions of light-producing bacteria. Oh, this sounds about right. In some species of anglerfish, the males are tiny with simplified body features, and they live as parasites on the females.
That sounds familiar.
They are cool to draw.
I mean, look at this. Yeah. I mean, I've sort of blended them, and you feel free to blend the two into one creature if you want to.
Yeah, this definitely is giving Alien vibes.
Yeah.
Like, most definitely the movie Alien, right?
Well, that's the question. Is, as I said, James Cameron, who directed Alien.
No, Ridley Scott.
Oh, you're right. Didn't he? He directed Aliens. He directed the second one.
Who directed Alien movie?
Aliens. Aliens was directed by James Cameron.
Oh. Alien, directed by Ridley Scott.
And Aliens.
And Aliens, I don't think I know anything about.
That's the sequel.
Yeah, Aliens, James Cameron. Alien 3, David Fincher. What do you know?
Well, okay, so James Cameron...
For me, there's only one. It's Alien or nothing. Sorry.
It is?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think that's true. I think
I didn't need to see
they were all good.
You do? Should we speak about a movie that's not good? That's going to get...
No, you're just going to piss people off.
Yeah, it's true. We saw a movie this week we didn't care for.
But that's not unusual.
Yeah.
right, so that is...
So are you combining viper and angler? It's
Yeah,
like
I'm just
one
kind of
unit?
I'm just sort of creating a dude with big ass teeth.
How do you portray the iridescence?
I don't know yet because I'm not sure whether I feel like painting or not. But I would say you could do it with shading. Yeah, I think. But right now, I just feel like just kind of drawing the shapes of him. So but maybe you'll do it differently,
I mean, those shapes look like little like jewels.
right? The scales on its back, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what's scarier about the one on the bottom is that its pupil is pearl colored. Like the top one at least has a black pupil, but the bottom one is like, imagine that coming at you in the dark. There you are swimming along. Suddenly, this guy shows up,
I think you would have bigger problems.
and then she has her parasitic husband popping out of her somewhere too.
Right.
Murray, the parasitic husband. When are we gonna eat? He says, Murray. All right, there we go. We'll come back to this maybe.
I mean, you definitely made it cuter than the picture.
Well, I can't help it.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, it's not as terrifying as it could have been. All right, goodbye to the viper fish. Goodbye to the anglerfish.
Who's up next? You're kind of cruising through these, by the way.
Well, I'm going to come back and do some color. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Got it.
So I'll probably put this reference up again. So don't worry if you're like, I want to see it again. Okay, so this is a strange one. Are you ready? This is a diamond squid.
Cool. Cool.
It looks like a computer rendering of a diamond squid.
I mean, that's what's so amazing about these. They are so otherworldly, right? Like they just
Keith
don't
says
seem
maybe
real.
it's a Jules Verne fish.
I know, that was pretty funny.
That was good. Thank you, Keith. What were you saying? I'm sorry. I was
Saying they are truly otherworldly. I mean, they just are. They look fake because they seem hard to believe.
Absolutely. So I think I'm just going to draw its shape again. I mean, this would be a cool thing to draw on black paper, though, I have to say. Right?
That would be fun.
But some of you may remember that we drew a squid a couple years ago.
Yeah, and it was like one squid in much detail.
It was our way of dealing with Inktober.
Oh, right. I forgot that was...
Because it was about ink, but we didn't want to kind of deal with the whole Inktober thing. So its head is like a light bulb.
It's so cool. It's so beautiful.
But again,
you can see how you could spend a very long time drawing this. Like if you really wanted to do all those little dots.
Yeah. But I think if you have, like I was just experimenting with some paint markers on black paper a couple days ago. Really nice. And if you have really opaque paint markers or even colored pencils, they can be really, really nice on black paper. I thought about that, but I thought I don't really feel like doing this whole page on black paper, so I didn't. All right, there's the top of hymns. And now I'm going to draw these. elegant looking tentacles. We were watching a video last night of an octopus shape-shifting and changing its background, changing its colors.
Total camo.
Camouflage to go from being kind of like white-looking, like sort of a thing that they would be, to completely blending in with some rocks. I mean, it was incredible. They looked like lichen-covered rocks. And then it would just turn off and swim away and be a regular color again. Because it really stood out against the rocks, and so it changed.
Yeah, they are incredible.
So this squid is, its tentacles are different than an octopus because they're different lengths. But you see things like this and you think, God, we just like shovel these down as calamari.
No, let's not have this conversation on Draw With Me. It's upsetting to a lot of people.
Yeah, I find it upsetting too.
Yeah.
That is a cool thing. I mean, again, Tim Burton. I just keep coming back to Tim Burton. Do you remember that movie of his about aliens?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
That thing's called like They're Here or something like that?
Don't even, nope. Mm-mm.
And it had these creatures that were like this, with giant squid heads. Oh, I didn't draw this tentacle.
Are you going to try to do all the sort of lacy looking bits?
Yeah, let's do them. I'm going to do them with a different pen now.
Okay.
Almost like, it looks like a harp or something. I wonder what the purpose of these things is. Did you look up this thing, the diamond squid?
I didn't. I shall.
Yeah, I think you have to make a decision about whether you're going to do this in color or not, or do you want to draw all of the little bits, all the little colors, colored dots, and this sort of transparent stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. So this diamond squid is a large species of squid. They're found worldwide throughout tropical and subtropical waters. They are a fast-growing species with a lifespan of approximately 1 year.
Oh, really? How big are they then?
It says large. I will have to get further down to tell you. But this is interesting. The diamond squid is the only cephalopod species known to be monogamous. Well, only alive for 1 year. They don't have much opportunity to...
I thought octopuses were monogamous. Remember that movie, My Octopus Teacher?
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point, was that it was monogamous? Maybe I missed that.
So they're distinguishable by the presence of arms with 2 series of suckers.
2 series of suckers. Interesting. Okay.
It's named for its fins, which run in equal length along the mantle, giving the appearance of a rhombus. So I guess that's the diamond.
That's these things.
The species is able to grow up to 100 centimeters. So that's little over like 3.5 feet.
No,
in mantle length, and a maximum weight
of...
100
centimeters is not 3.5 feet. Is it? A meter is...
I don't know.
Or is a meter 100 feet? 100 centimeters. This is pathetic.
T. rhombus is not an
American.
active swimmer and propels itself slowly using its triangular fins.
Triangular fins? Where are the fins? Is that what these things are, maybe? Well, it's a very mysterious creature. And where does it live? How deep does it live? In the ocean?
It typically inhabits open ocean waters of the subtropical and tropical locations. Depths. It will become inactive or die at depths of 0 to 100 meters due to sudden drops in temperature. Right. So it's subsurface.
Well, obviously, it's not flying in the air.
It's found to feed on crustaceans, small cephalopods, and fishes.
Well, this is very cool. All right, I'm going to move on to the final candidate, which is... seems related, but this is a sea angel. I think it's also called a sea butterfly. But that is cute as hell. We've seen these. We've seen videos of these. Do you remember? We saw them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really cute. It's like a little bear. It's like a little gummy bear.
But they really glow.
I mean, it's a gummy bear. It's totally a gummy bear.
So what is it called again? A sea angel?
Sea angel. Yeah, and those wing things are its fins that it uses to swim around in.
Wikipedia is giving me a description with about 10 words I don't think I can pronounce. They're sometimes known as sea butterflies, but this is misleading because there are other things that are sea butterflies. Okay. Da-da-da-da.
That's cute.
They have a wide geographic range from polar regions under sea ice to equatorial tropical seas. Yeah, they're carnivorous.
Carnivorous? Do they even have mouths?
I mean, everything has a mouth, doesn't
They
it?
should have called them sea vampires then. Sea angels. Carnivorous angels. All right, so we've got this page done now, but it's far from done because we have 15 minutes. So what should I do in 15 minutes? Feels watercolor.
What about markers?
No, it feels like watercolor. Feels diaphanous, but maybe I'll just... I have a set of these metallic watercolors from Derwent. Could use those. Maybe I'll just focus on this guy. So if you're still drawing the sea angel, I'm going to move it up here. And then I'm going to bring back, by popular demand, the viperfish.
You're going to get his jewel on? Or her jewel on?
It just looks like an interesting thing to paint.
Ah! Lordy Lou.
Sorry. Yeah. So these are nice colors. I mean, they're nice and shiny, and they're not just metal colors. They're also like purples and things like that. But they are super metallic. Different colors too. The thing about metallics is like a lot of it just goes to black because it's not actually directly in the light. It's not reflecting the light. But can you tell that it's metallic on the camera? You can, right? I mean, look. Wait.
You can't know. Yeah, you'd have to tilt your page, I think.
Well, trust me, it is.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean, we all could use our imagination, too.
Yeah, that would be good. it has graphite, which I think we use as black. Although maybe I should really use just plain black watercolor. So rarely an opportunity to use black watercolor.
I didn't even know really that was a thing.
It's not really, because I mean, yeah, there's various kinds of blacks, but you just don't use them that often. See if I have anything in the way of black. Yeah, this is black. Usually I would use ink. It's really nice and wet. I think this is actually dark blue.
Yeah, I'm really curious how that's going to look when it's dry.
This black, whether it'll be really black. Yeah. Could always go over it with ink, I guess, if it doesn't seem right. I think it's actually some kind of a Payne's gray, but you can see it's sort of semi-transparent here, but now mixing in some other different colors of metallic paint. Some blues, some pale gold. It happens sometimes when you're looking at reference picture like this that you can get into trying to copy it. But actually what it's really inviting you to do is to have permission to kind of go wild. I mean, these are wild colors, so like go a bit wild. So I'm going to do some various colors, different shades of different colors. Again, metallics are just not great on camera. They can look really nice in person though, but they're so dependent on exactly the angle of the light. All right, so that's the metallic guy.
You think you'll get through all of them in the 10 minutes, the remaining?
I don't.
Oh, no. Okay. You think you'll do them all with metallics?
I mean, now that I've got the metallics out, I'm sort of digging it. Because metallics are they're just kind of strange. They don't look normal, so that feels kind of right for this. There's a color called ice blue. of green in it too.
This little tip of the bottom is orange too.
Oh yeah, you're right. Down here. I'm going to put a bit of non-metallic cadmium red there. And yeah, that's kind of nice. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up some of the reference from before again, which is the diamond squid.
Yeah, that purple and orange is so nice.
Yeah, it really is. And I happen to have some purple here. But see, I don't really want to get into painting the background. That's the question. It's like, do you want to paint all the black?
No.
No,
What?
no, right? So, yeah, so I have to figure out how to make the colors stand out as much as they would against black. This purple is quite nice, though. Purple and pink.
Purple and orange.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm mixing purple and pink.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got it. Got it.
Maybe it's just a very light wash will help to kind of give you the idea of what's going on there. And then I'm going to take some cadmium. Here's some cadmium orange that I just mixed up. It's not really red enough, though.
Yeah, it's a bit yellow.
Yeah, it's because it is yellow. Now it's redder. All right, that's quite nice. And then I think I'll just do some sort of bit of a wash there to indicate those little tendrils or whatever they are.
I like to think of it as the lace.
The lace, yeah. All right, well, that's kind of something. And maybe we can get to, let's do that yellow submarine.
Let's, yes!
All right, let's get that.
Like it when I get my way.
Which you so rarely do.
Can you tell I'm deprived?
It's true. Here it is. Yeah, I think this is just straight up yellow.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's calling for gouache.
I know.
But that might be...
Well, cadmium is nice and bright, so unfortunately it's probably going to erase all my lines. Start with an overall kind of base. That is a cool machine. Look at all the cameras on the front. Those are lights on the front of it, I guess.
I bet they are lights with cameras mounted on them. They're both.
Yeah.
You missed the other foot.
Oh, you're right.
Or the lander,
I'll be back.
as the case may be.
All right, well, we're almost out of time, so I'll let that dry for a minute. Maybe I'll come back to it once it's dry. But let's have a look. I gotta give this guy his red nose. Kobudai fish. Just a little bit of color there.
I mean, you got to give him his blue eye, really.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Nice.
Makes a difference, right?
Get that fin, too.
Yeah. I gave him a slightly too dark eye, but it's all right. Forgive me. All right, very handsome. And no doubt tasty. All right, well, all we have left is the...
No doubt tasty? Really? That's where you're going to leave us?
All we have left is the lumpfish. All right, Lumpy. I don't think Lumpy deserves particularly exciting colors.
No.
He's just a lump.
He's sort of warmer than kobudai.
Yeah.
Like he's yellower.
I totally forgot this fin. Oh my god. There's a whole fin back here. I thought he looked a bit odd. His fins look a little bit like Ruffles potato chips.
They look like shells. Like if you were beach combing and you were looking for a shell, like that little fin is a perfect little shell.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, he's not bad. All right, so let me just label these guys. Do you think that would be appropriate? I think blue ink.
That's appropriate.
All right, let me see if I can...
You can do this quickly?
Yeah. What is that? Kobudai fish.
Do you need the spelling?
I got it. And this guy is basically the anglerfish, right? Yeah.
Do you hear a kitten?
No,
I think we have a kitten in our front yard.
that happened to us a couple years ago. And this is the diamond squid. And was it angelfish? No, not angelfish, but
Yeah,
was it no?
Yes.
Sea angel.
it is.
Sea angel.
Oh, sea angel.
There is an angelfish. It's totally different though. It's like an aquarium fish. All right, and then I guess I could name this vessel, which I think is called the.
I mean, it had, if you go back to the reference, it had a name on it.
I think it's called the Lichtino 3.
The Lipton?
Lichtino, L-C-I-T.
No, it said like Scoop 3, didn't it?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, you're right. I don't know how I got Scoop out of that.
L-C.
I mean, is it an L or is that just a graphic? I think it's a.
No, it is because I've got the name of the file.
Oh. LCTINEU 3. Oh, it's an I. ICTINEU. It's a crude submersible capable of reaching depths of 1,200 meters, which makes it the 9th deepest submersible. You can carry 1 pilot and 2 passengers for 10 hours.
I was so distracted that I misspelled deep.
Oops.
There we go. I corrected it, but man. It's time for some coffee.
You've still got the bath escape up, so we can't see your whole page. Oh, now we can. Oh, I see. There you go.
All right, there's the page.
I mean, what a fun little page. And I would say, would you say it's fairly easy to draw these creatures? You did them fast.
I didn't find it terribly challenging. I mean, I think the good thing about them is nobody really knows what they look like most of the time. So if you go, that's a kobudai fish, nobody's going to go, it is? No.
Nobody would believe it's a real
You forgot
fish.
the dorsal flange node, sucker fin 3. Or you forgot to draw the lights on the Icton 03. It doesn't have those 3
Little cameras.
port. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's pretty good.
I like it. And thank you for including the submarine.
My pleasure. All right. Well, that was a fun little adventure.
Yeah. Wrapping it up a bit late today. Maybe we should just shut it down.
I don't know. It's 5 minutes. Let's spend a bit more time talking about running late. All right. Good. Well, that was fun. God is Love says I would add bubbles to the background.
Oh, I like that idea.
Please do. Yes.
So send us your bubble background version, and we'd love to see it.
Yeah, so please post your deep sea critters on Facebook, on Instagram, and tag them. #SBS, that stands for Sketchbook School. Draw with me. Every Friday I write an essay. I wrote a really good one this week. What was it about? I wrote on Tuesdays. No, I wrote on Monday. But yeah, actually, it is a pretty good one. It's quite funny. So yes, if you'd like to get it, you can subscribe to it by going to Danny'sEssays.com. And also Your Illustrated Life.
It's free.
Yeah, become an early bird, and then you can hang out with us, and we can make art together
all summer long.
Or if you don't want to do that, but you just want to take the class, you can do that too. So please do. You'll see also the address, the URL for this class is going to be posted below. And subscribe to this channel. If you subscribe, then you will know when there are new episodes. And
yeah,
if you
a couple people had time zone conversion problems, so
yeah,
you don't have to.
You don't have to. Just hit the bell. When you subscribe, there's a bell thing. If you hit the bell, then you'll get a notification from YouTube that the thing is going to start. Every Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific, always Pacific. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't give us a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, give us a thumbs up anyway. That'll show us, and we will correct our ways. So Sarah says, is there a place where we can see all the drawings? Absolutely. You can see all of them at the beginning of next week's episode. We start each episode by showing all of the work that was done the week before. So come and see.
Yeah.
See what you did, see what others did. We try to gather every single piece that people make. And the schoolyard, of course, is another place. The Sketchbook School schoolyards. If you've ever taken a class with us, you are a member. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us. And we will see you again next time. We have no idea what we'll be doing, but it will be enormously fun.